Hello, welcome to Scrap Time episode 998. My name is Christina and on today's episode I'm showing you the Spellbinders Picture Perfect Die set. Today I am showing you the Spellbinders Picture Perfect Die set. And in the die, or in the set, you get the outline and then you get the little insides with all the decorative elements. And then you get two little dies that get popped on top, a little house and some trees. So I'm going to show you how to make these cards. This card here I had sprayed with the Perfect Pearl spray, and this card, the background I sprayed with the spray. However, then I cut the image out of glitter paper. So it's just a little different. One is just a shimmer paper and one is an actual glitter paper. The words that I used actually come from this set here, Holiday Sentiments, and you get Joy, Noel, Happy Holidays, and Merry Christmas. So let's get started. I'm working with a watercolor card that I actually cut down to be an A2 size, and I'm going to put some light blue paint. A little bit of paint on. You can always add more if we need to. And we're using white. I want it to be on the softer side, so I'm using more white. So what I do is I then take a little sponge and I just sort of mix the paint all over. If you didn't want to do it directly on your card, you could always put your paint on a palette and then paint on color. So what I usually do is I do it all over and then I go over and just add some texture. Something like that, and then I'm going to just set it aside to dry while we do our cutting. First I'm going to clean this up and then we'll get ready to cut our image. So now we're going to cut out our die. I've placed the outline as well as the insert into it. You can try and get, a similar distance around the edge. Again, if you like to tape things down, you can tape them down. I like to use the Artisan Explorer from Spellbinders because it's a nice small machine, so whenever I'm cutting smaller dies, it's just easy. And I am using this shimmer, white shimmer paper, and I'm placing it on top. And then putting my cutting mat on top of that, and putting it through. So while it's still in its die, you can poke out a lot of these shapes. You have to be careful around those little curves there. You don't want to rip it. Might just rip off that there and then get out that smaller parts later. And then I can use this to poke out some of these bigger parts. I can use this for some of those little windows. So let's take it out. Again, I'm just being careful with all the little curls. Okay. So now I just have a couple little curls to get out. I just don't want to rip my curls, so I'm just trying to be a little extra careful right there. Sometimes what I'll do is use my X-Acto knife just to make sure I don't rip it. Wants to come out. It's just holding on that tiny, tiny little bit. There we go with that one, and then this final little curl here. Go. Got that little guy, and then I just this one here, punch out. So there we go. We have our nice little die all cut out. So now we can put him onto our card. So I dried the card, well, after I had cleaned up. So I'm going to use my Scotch Quick Dry, but this is a great time if you have a Xyron thing, you can run it through so the whole thing gets sticky. Or you could use multi-medium on this, and then that way you know it'll stick down. I want to spray over it, so that's why I'm not using my multi-medium. I want to try and get some of those little dots and curls through your little village, trees. Okay. Place it down like that. Push everything down. If some of the glue comes out, you just pick it up with your finger. Now I previously cut out those little add-on houses and trees and that, and I think it just adds something. You just put a bit of glue. It's there. So it just fits exactly right over top of what's there, but it just, that little bit adds a little more dimension to the card. Just pops up a little, and then this house. That, and then I cut the word joy from that other sentiments, holiday sentiments. And happy holidays would fit across here too, but I like just the simplicity of the word joy there. Now, finally what I did, just to give it a little bit of sparkle, was I took my Perfect Pearls Mists from Ranger. You want to shake it up so all your pearls are mixed up, and then just give it a little spray. I'm spraying from far away. And that will just add a little bit of shimmer to the background of the card. You may not be able to see it on the camera, but in real life it just adds that little bit of glisten that would happen in the snow. So that is the Picture Perfect die from Spellbinders. Well, that's it for today's episode. Be sure to check out our website at www.scraptime.ca. And on our next episode, I'm showing you the Hazel and Ruby Holiday Stencil Masks. So please join us. Thanks for watching Scrap Time.